Hi, international students. I'm sure you're all excited to get started on your journey in Canada. There are so many things to think about as you take this next step. One crucial thing you'll need to consider to avoid additional stress when you get here is budgeting. I'll be sharing some important tips on this exact topic so that you can feel prepared for your life in Canada. First, I suggest that you create a list of items you will need to budget for. Everyone's budget may be a little different, so be sure to take time to think about all items that are important for your situation. This includes both your student and personal needs, like housing, groceries, toiletries, school supplies, and transportation. It's also a good idea to include an emergency fund, just in case you happen to have any unexpected emergency or accident. Having this financial buffer may help you to limit your stress as much as possible. And if you have a partner or children joining you in Canada, remember to consider all expenses for them as well. Next, do some research on the cost of each item in your budget. A good place to start your research is at one of our webinars. Our cost of living, coming to Canada with your family, and housing search webinars are a great opportunity to gain important information and ask any questions you may have. The Conestoga International website has lots of good information as well. You can check out the cost of living and housing sections for details. The Numbeo website is another good place to check. It's a helpful cost of living database where you can get an idea of the price of common items to keep you on track with your budget. And another good resource to use to double check if your cost of living expectations are realistic is to reach out to current international students or any friends or family members you may have in Canada. A good spot to make connections with current students is on your campus's Viva Engage group, or you can email your international transition coordinators to set up an appointment. We're here to help. Our final tip is to make sure you have a plan for funds that will cover all of your expenses. Some international students choose to work part-time, as it can be a helpful option to cover the cost of some of your expenses. We recommend not to rely on finding a part-time job until after the first few months in Canada, as it's important to give yourself a period of transition to settle in and adjust to living and studying in a new country. Also, consider sometimes it takes time to find a suitable job, and adding job search during your transition period can create stress and added pressure. Depending on your study permit, you will have a limited number of hours you are eligible to work each week. Be sure to factor that in as well. When you're ready to start your job search, you can use our work eligibility assessment tool or speak to one of our international student advisors to confirm the total number of hours you're eligible to work. With all of this considered, it's important to make sure that you already have sufficient funds that will cover your expenses during your transition period. So there you have it. Make sure to create a budget specific to your needs, stay updated with the changing cost of living, plan ahead, and you will be able to make the most of your time here. I hope this has helped, and I wish you all good luck in your journey.